Good morning, everyone. We ready? Okay. Good morning. The Pride event is like one of our fourth largest event we have here in the city of St. Petersburg. We're expecting over 200,000 people that will come this weekend to participate in the Pride event and the Pride Parade. Our main concern is everyone's safety. And how we're going to go about doing that is, as of this morning, I can tell you there are no credible threats. We are working with our federal, state, and local partners, and we'll continue to monitor all threats that come through our city. For the event, it will be a full police presence. The officers will be in uniform, and some will be in plain clothes. We will also bring in surveillance equipment. That is so we can monitor people on the cameras, and also we'll have our license plate reader out there. So if something does happen, we'll have a way to track what happened before the incident and prior to the incident. We want to make sure this is very smoothly, so what we're asking everybody to do is come early, find a great parking spot. There are a lot of things to do downtown prior to the parade, so participate in those events and then walk over to the parade. If you're parking in the pier or Demon's Landing Saturday at 4 o'clock, it will be closed. You will not be able to take your car out until the end of the event, which is probably going to be around 9. So again, we just want to let everybody know our primary concern is your safety, and the way we can make that happen is the people that are attending these events. If you see something, say something, find the nearest police officer, let him or her know what's going on. If not, you can dial 911 or you can use our Tips 411 app. Just again, reminding everybody, please help out. Please do not be that person that said, I should have, because don't be I should have, just do it, because we don't want you to be that person I should have called. So with that, I'm going to ask the doctor to come and talk. Doctor?
Thank you, Chief. Hi, friends. My name is Dr. Byron Green-Collish. I am the president of the board of directors for St. Pete Pride. We are excited for this year's event and so incredibly grateful to work with the chief and his team on the safety measures that we have coming up. For those that will be attending the event, we will have wanding, so we will have metal detectors at the entrance of our event, so we are asking you all to please leave all weapons in your car, so knives, guns, please leave those locked up in your car. When you do arrive early to the event, as the chief mentioned, we will have a ton of things for you all to engage with. We have vendors that will be out and about. We have local vendors, we have some corporate vendors, we have a lot of local entrepreneurs that we are really excited to host this year. And our family fun zone, plenty of excitement for small kids to come, play, enjoy. The Bubble Guy will be back. I know there were lots of excitement around the Bubble Guy last year, so don't worry, they will be back. The parade will kick off with the Trans March at 5:30. We ask people, if you are participating, to arrive at 5:15. So I don't ever tell anybody just the right time, so you know people like to be late. I encourage you to come a little bit early at 5:15. We'll kick off at that point. The parade will begin as soon as the Trans March is over. So if you look at right here, the parade route, the Trans March will run in opposite direction of the parade route. The Trans March will dead end, the parade will step off. Usually right at about 6 o'clock, we'll get things going. This year, we are bringing back the performer at the end of the parade. So the last few years, we have kind of allowed the parade to fizzle as it ended. But this year, we are excited to bring a national act. That will be Saucy Santana, that will be performing on the stage right as the parade wraps up. So if you get there late or you miss the tail end of the parade, please do not fret. There is still lots of excitement that will be going on. And then right after the parade, we will be hosting some after parties that we're really excited to partner with some local nonprofit organizations to keep the party going closer to in town. And then of course, we could not wrap up our Big 3 weekend without coming back to Grand Central where everything started, and we will have our street festival there. That will be a barn burner. It is going to be hot. I am telling you all, please, please, please do the right thing. Drink water, sunscreen, and I am begging you all, I know that we love to have our furry friends come out and hang out with us, but the street is absolutely too hot for your furry friends. So please leave puppies at home and bring yourself. We will absolutely have a good time. But I know I did not give you all of the fun stuff about the weather and all of that because I saved some for Officer here.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Hello, thank you all for coming. Thank you, Chief Holloway, for having us. It's not a secret. It's warm outside, right? We've all felt it. So we want to make sure everyone is prepared for any type of heat injuries or what could possibly happen during this event. It's hot outside. We want to make sure you're aware of signs and symptoms when you do get hot and overheated and what happens. So having a headache, dizziness, fatigue, the feeling of thirst, like you need to drink more water, are all signs of needing to drink water and stay hydrated. So please be prepared. A couple tips that's going to help is, number one, drink water. Drink water throughout, starting before, during, and after the event. Especially if you are consuming alcohol, remember to think about that. Drink water between. Bring stuff so you can drink water throughout the event as well. If you start feeling anything that's any of those symptoms, get the shade, get a little proactive ahead of it, and then we can be there so you will recover properly. If something does happen, watch out for your loved ones. You know those symptoms and signs, so let's look out for your friends and families and loved ones. And 911 is always there, but we are also prepared. We have multiple cooling tents throughout the parade route. We have multiple medical crews that are going to be staged strategically throughout the parade route so we can get around. And again, don't be afraid to reach out to a police officer, you see a fire rescue, anybody that is related to the event, and also calling 911. So you have all those avenues to make sure that you get a hold of us. And want to say that we're there. We have been prepared. We're prepared for a Band-Aid all the way to a catastrophic event. So know that you should feel safe with St. Pete Fire Rescue being there. So, thank you.
So I want to thank the captain. I want to thank the doctor. As you can see, we are prepared. We are ready to go. We just want to make sure that everybody knows what they need to do. And with that, I'll open it for any questions.
Chief, the FBI warned about possible threats in these venues. Have you increased the security?
We talk to the FBI just about every day. Again, like I said earlier, there are no credible threats, but we will be making sure that everyone that attends, that they're safe, and we want people to be involved in it. Making sure that we keep the event safe. So again, there are no credible threats, but we are working with our FBI partners every day on this.
What's gone wrong in previous years that you all are mitigating? How are you changing that this year?
We've been very fortunate. So I say this is my 10th year anniversary. So we have, most issues we have, and we're talking over 200,000 people. I think last year, maybe we arrested one person for disorderly conduct. But other than that, we've had a very great 10 years, so to speak, and we want to continue that. Again, people come, some of the medical emergencies, or sometimes people have too much to drink. And I don't mean water. I mean the other stuff they partake in is just like, take care of each other. Watch for your friends. If they've had too much to drink, then maybe it's time for alcoholic beverages, then maybe it's time to take them home.
200,000 people sounds like a lot of ways that things could go wrong.
There could, and like I said, and that's what we have to worry about all those things. Trust me, we'll have our command center that day, and the command staff and all officers will be playing through every scenario possible. We'll sleep Tuesday after this event, but again, a lot of things could go wrong, but we're just going to make sure we're prepared for when it does happen, that we're ready to react.
Chief, about how many officers do you expect to have out there?
I'm not going to tell you the exact number, but I can tell you there's going to be numerous officers, both in uniform and plain clothes. And again, like I told you earlier, we're going to use some of our surveillance techniques that we have so we can monitor the crowd. So again, when people see something, they let us know and we can respond to that incident as quickly as possible.
Given that you just said 200,000 people, all different ages, probably a lot of people from out of town too, alcohol is involved, but I know anytime you have a big group, even when we're talking about by the pier, big groups of people, it can just get people riled up. What's your message to kids, adults, families to keep this safe and keep anything from potentially spiraling over this weekend?
And thank you for that question. Our message from law enforcement is just come, enjoy your day. If you're bringing kids, make sure you're paying attention to your kids and watching your kids. But the other thing is, if you're going to cause a disturbance, we're not going to tolerate that. Again, this is for everyone to enjoy. Everyone should feel safe. And we want to make sure we continue to make everyone feel safe when they come to our city, not just for this event, but each and every day they come to our city. So that's the message we want to tell everybody. Come, enjoy yourself, but don't break the law, because we will enforce the law.
Chief, when it comes to calls, can you talk to me about how many more calls you guys get during this kind of event and what people should be calling about if they do notice something's a little off?
We don't get that many calls, but we want those calls. Again, like I said earlier, I don't want you to be that person I should have called. If you see something suspicious, call, let us know, let us investigate it. I can tell you right now, the people that work harder than we do that day is our fire department partners, because they're running from call to call with emergency because people are not hydrating. Like the captain said earlier, if people were to take care of those little things, then those calls would go down. And like I said, we're prepared for anything and everything that happens, but people just have to let us know.
In past years, are the calls mostly heat related, or can you maybe give us maybe a general overall what the calls are about in the past?
They're mostly heat related, first aid related. Sometimes people misplace their children related, so we have to help them find their kids. Or, I don't know my way around town, and there's where you can go to Pride's page where you can park. Get here early. Don't try to get here an hour before. Try to find a parking space and then try to find a place that you can watch a parade. So those are the type of calls we get. Missing children. I can't find my car. Or can you send a paramedic by because someone in my party's not feeling well?
My question is for Byron. When you hear reports from like the Department of Homeland Security, about the increased threat for pride events, what goes through your mind when you hear that stuff? And does, more specifically, does that like give you more resilience to like, okay, well, we're going to put on an even bigger and better event? Or, does that give you hesitation?
Absolutely. I think you pulled the word right out of my brain. I think the queer community has been known for their resilience, and being in these moments, it never escapes me that this community is always ready to bounce back and to show up. Our Pride organization and this event is an event that is centered on joy and celebrating with our allies and with the people that identify in the community. For that reason alone, it is incredibly important for people to come out and to show support, both our allies and community members. Having messages like this from wherever they may be coming from, it is incredibly disheartening. I'm a new dad, so I am more sensitive now than ever before to making sure that everyone that comes to our event makes it home. That is the one thing that I rely heavily on Chief and his team to make sure that we can accommodate for. But I want to have a fantastic event, but I want to make sure that we continue the fight the next day and we go to sleep on Tuesday, like Chief said.
Can you clarify the situation about, you said that there's going to be mags, are those just hand wands, or are those at specific places? Will there be a funnel in point, and also kind of regarding bags, are we trying to keep clear bags, or is everyone free to have a backpack with belongings in it wherever they are?
There is going to be one entry point. There will be different mags available to make sure that we can get people in as quickly as possible and as safely as possible. I am going to encourage people to have the clear bags. However, I recognize that people have different needs at festivals like this, so please bring the things that you need, whatever that may look like. Our team is prepared to make sure that you have only the things that you need in those bags.
What would you say to people who are hesitant to come out because of potential safety threats?
I acknowledge those concerns. I think those are very real. I never encourage anyone to do something that they may not feel safe in. But one thing that I can say is that I'm incredibly grateful for the relationship that we have with St. Petersburg Police Department. The work that they do with our local and national government is incredibly over the top. I know I was telling Chief today, I am so grateful for the work that they do, and impressed by how they show up and engage with our community members on a day-to-day basis, that I know they're going to do what they have to do to make sure that we stay safe here in St. Petersburg.
Chief, will you have aerial and waterborne assets out there too?
We will have waterborne assets out there during the parade, so that'll be also blocked off a little bit. And our air support, if we need it, we can contact the sheriff's office and have their choppers here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you arrive late and need to speak with somebody, I know that they'll be happy to hang out